Yes, people, hope you're all well. Welcome back to a new video. This video here, I'm going to be breaking down a trade on New Zealand dollar, US dollar, using the DXY as confluence. Made just over $700 on this position on my FTMO, so it was obviously a very good trade. You can see that previously the dollar, because it's been so strong, there's not been many areas going into the start of October that I was able to trade. However, due to the win rate of the strategy, by waiting and obviously taking the best positions possible, I am able to risk a little bit more than someone with a lower win rate, obviously because I'm expecting to win the majority of trades that I take. So what I'm going to do initially, I'm going to break down the reason for this blue zone here. Obviously, I am in the bar replay tool, so just ignore these zones that are obviously for today. So basically, this area here was kind of an area of confluence in my kind of analysis due to the Fibonacci, which was from, if I remember correctly, here. So you can see this was like the second wave of the move down. So I drew a Fibonacci from the high down to where the low is. If we look left of this area, you can see that we did have a nice low here with a wick on the bottom, which obviously allowed this area to be a key level for me. As well, if you look to the right, we have the nice round number of 103, and all of these in confluence together gave me a reason to expect a weak dollar. If I am expecting a weak dollar, then I'm probably going to be expecting a currency pair to get strong against that. Sorry about my dog. But basically, following that, you are going to see that, currency pairs will get stronger against that dollar currency. If I now go over and see what happened with this pair, you can see that coming into the evening, price did actually end up coming up and into the area. Once price comes into the area, I look to enter the position. I'll put on screen that I did send it to the group. And then following that, you can see that if I go onto New Zealand dollar, US dollar, this is the position I ended up taking. So the reason for this trade here is that because I was expecting a weak dollar, I was looking at the currencies across the board to see which looked like the best trade for a buy. What I noticed about New Zealand dollar, US dollar is that price was heavily overextended to the downside with not many pullbacks. So because of that, I expected there to be some profit taking on New Zealand dollar alongside the dollar itself getting weak. This level here was the 0.6050 round number. And if you just look, just based on I, you can look to the left here. You've had a reaction. So it's been a key level in the past, and this was what the trade looked like. So initially, with my analysis, I did use a 25 pip stop loss. If I go into the hourly chart, I'll kind of show you how it played out. But you can see that I was tagged into the position here. And then what happened was price then, it did move quite slow initially. So I did wake up and the trade was break even. And then what happened was prior to the US news, say Thursday, it did end up ranging a little bit, but TP1 was hit overnight, which was great. That obviously allowed me to take the partial, which is what you can see obviously on the screen. And then following that, it was a little bit slow. Unfortunately, then what happened at midday, there was some US news which come out. You can see it tagged me out break even, took obviously all the buyers out from this position before obviously having a little bit of a rally to the upside. However, it did obviously end up coming back and just continuing to range. So I'm not annoyed that obviously the trade was taken out break even. I did get my profits from the trade. Over $700 for waiting for a good position is very good in my eyes. I was happy with that. I don't go for crazy risk to rewards. I'm happy with an 80-90% win rate. And then obviously risking a little bit more on my trades. And that's the way I personally do it. So hopefully you learned something from this kind of trade breakdown. All the groups are in the bio, so if you do want to, see the trades before they happen, or you do want to learn the strategy, by all means, click the link in the bio. Or any questions you've got, please just drop them below. So, like I say, guys, hopefully you've learned something from this. And yeah, see you in the next one.